Hi everyone, I'm Jiun and welcome to my channel Libromer, where I talk about books, but today I will talk about something different. If you have seen already the title, I want to talk about, I cannot say my favorite series and movies, but I would say that these are the series and TV series and movies that I would recommend. And these are all Japanese series and movies, by the way. If you hear a noise, it's because it's raining, by the way. So I want to share with you which are my favorite, but also TV series that I would like to share with you and to suggest. Okay, let's start with Liar Game. This is a series that was released in 2007 with 2 seasons. The first season 11 episodes and the second 9 episodes. So a total of 20 episodes, and actually there are movies too if you are interested. What is it about? The main characters are Kansaki Nao and Akiyama Shinichi. Nao is a very, very good person. She is very kind and nice with everyone, and she's always trying to help. And one day she receives a huge quantity of money, let's say 100 millions of yen. But in exchange, she has to participate in this game. The first game is kind of simple. She has to keep those money for 1 week. If she can keep that money for 1 week, she get them. But if not, then she has to pay that quantity of money. And I don't remember so well because it was so long ago when I watched this series. But I think she's deceived in some way and she lost the money. So she needs some help, and that's why Shinichi is the one helping. He's a very good guy and very smart. And from then on, these two characters, Nao and Shinichi, have to compete in these games in order to keep the money. The problem, some games are very simple. They can win if they follow certain rules, but because people are greedy, they are bad, the game fails, and that's why now, with her generosity and trying to help everyone, he's always fighting until the end, and it's Shinichi the one helping her to solve those problems. So Liar Game is a very interesting series where the characters have to compete for money, and you have to be very, very intelligent to solve the problem. So I would recommend this one. Nadame Cantabile is a series that started in 2006 with 11 episodes. The main characters are Megumi Nodami Noda and Shinichi Chaki. There are some movies, a couple of movies, and some specials, which are special episodes. This series is about music. Chaki is a very good pianist, but his dream is to be a director. Well, Nodame, she's a very good pianist. If you see her, you will think that she's dumb, that she doesn't know anything, but actually she's very good and she's very kind, and for some reason she kind of feel in love with Jackie. So the series is very funny, and it has this anime style where the characters are kind of silly and crazy. But yeah, Nodami Cantabile is a very good series if you love music, because you will hear a lot of classical music. So I would recommend this. My Boss, My Hero. This is a series from 2006 with 10 episodes, where the main character is Sakaki Makio. Makio is a leader of Yakuza band. Actually, the father is the leader, but he's supposed to get the control of the group, and but the problem is Makyu is not so intelligent, and maybe one of the reasons is maybe that's one of the reasons why he didn't finish education. So the father said that you have to finish high school. If you finish high school, then I will give you the Yakuza band. So Makyu, who is around 30 years old already, he has to go back to school and study. This series is very, very funny. It's so much funny, and yeah, we will see that Makyu, with his attitude, bully, always fighting, aggressive. But then he started changing in some way when he started studying, because he cannot get into any problem. So you will see that Makyu will bring some aspects of the Yakuza life into the school, but from the school he will learn a lot in order to be a better leader of a Yakuza band. This series, My Boss, My Hero, is very, very funny. Mau is a series from 2008 with 11 episodes, where the main character is Naruse Ryo. Maybe you have watched this series called The Glory. I think it's that's the name. Korean series where this girl who was bullied when young comes back after many years to take revenge. Mau, it's some similar but a bit different. Naruse Ryo is an attorney, a lawyer, and he's a very good lawyer, very good, and he's always helping people, but he has a secret. When he was young, he saw that his brother was being bullied by a group of students, and because of that, he died. And that's why Ryo decides to take revenge on all of those. The good thing about this series is that Ryo is so intelligent that he has a plan to kill all of these people, after years, that no one will point to Ryo. No one will accuse him. So it's a very good series, and Ryo thinks that it's easy, but actually there is a policeman, an officer who is trying to solve this case, because he starts noticing that this is weird that they are dying, and there is a connection with Ryo's. And another thing, or maybe not. Okay, I'm not gonna say anymore because maybe I will spoil the series. To be honest, I didn't like the ending. It could have been different, but it's okay for the idea of the series. So yeah, I recommend this series if you like series about police, detective, people taking revenge or things like that. Dragon Sakura is a series from 2005 with 11 episodes. I think there is actually a second season from 2021. No, 2021. That's the way. 2021 and 10 with 10 episodes. The main character is Sakuragi Kenji, and Kenji is a lawyer. He's a very good lawyer, but now he doesn't have a job, so he's struggling in life. And for some reason, he comes to this school which needs help. So Kenji has an idea. In order to promote the school and improve the rating of the school, he said that he will prepare a group of students, and he will send at least, I think, 3 to the best university in Japan. Of course, no one believes him. They think that it's very difficult. Not even the teachers can support him because the students are very, very bad. But he believes on them, and this is funny, and it helps. I think this series helps the students to learn. I mean, to learn to learn ways to learn. It's like they give you the series gives you many advices how to read, how to study, how to do in school. So yeah, for students, this series is very, very good. Miss Sherlock is a series from 2018 with 8 episodes, where the main character is Sherlock. Yeah, this is a detective story. It's a portrayal of Sherlock Holmes, but in this case it's a woman, Miss Sherlock, together with Dr. Wato Tachibana. Well, I don't know what to say. It's about this girl solving problems. There is a huge story behind the main story that starts in the first episode until the end. I think this is in Netflix, if I'm not wrong. It's not the same, but it has many aspects from the books. So yeah, if you like detective stories, Miss Sherlock is a series for you. Kaiji. This is a movie. Actually, there are 3 movies. One from 2009, one from 2011 or 2011, and the other from 2020. To be honest, I have watched only the first movie, so I don't know if the other 2 are good or not. But I bring this because probably you have heard about this Korean series called, I think it's Squid Game, where there are people competing for money, but they are risking their lives. So Kaiji is similar. It's actually similar to Liar Game, where they have to compete, but the difference is that in Kaiji people die. So the main character is Ito Kaiji, and Kaiji is well, in the first movie he was a young guy who's poor. I think he has some troubles and struggling in life, and he's offered to participate in this game where they will get money at the end, but in exchange of competing and risking their lives. So what I like about this movie is that they have to be very intelligent. They have to use their mind and be very wise in order to solve all the problems. I have seen, as I said, the first movie only. I didn't like the ending, but now I understand because there are 2 other movies, so it's like it has to continue. But if you like solving puzzles and where you have to solve problems, this series is for you. Trick is a series from 2000 with 10 episodes. Actually, there are 3 seasons. The first is from 2000 with 10 episodes. The second is from 2002 with 12 episodes. And the third is from 2003 with 10 episodes. There are a couple of movies also, by the way. This series is very old. I think it's the oldest of all I'm recommending. I watch it. I think I have watched it twice. It's very funny, and well, it's about these 2 characters, Yamada Naoko and Ueda, who is a professor. Naoko, she's a woman who is again struggling in life. She's a magician or a kind of illusionist, but not good. And Ueda is a professor in the university who is trying to debunk some scams or scammers who say that they have supernatural powers. And is that in doing so, he's calling everyone who has supernatural power to come, and if they really have supernatural power, he will give money. That's how Naoko comes to the office of Ueda. And from then on, they start in some way working together because Ueda becomes popular for debunking scammers. So he's asked to help people, but as he's not that intelligent, he always asks for help to Naoko. This is a very funny story. There is a lot of traveling. They are going to different places. They have to solve many problems, many cases, and of course there is kind of romance in there. So, but this is a very funny series. Biblia Koshodo no Jiken Techo. It's very hard to pronounce. Biblia Koshodo no Jiken Techo is a series from 2013 or 2013 with 11 episodes. I think there is a newer version of this series. The main characters are Shinokawa Shioriko and Goura Daisuke. I don't remember so much about the story of the characters. I remember Daisuke was trying to find a job, and he finds job in a bookstore. Shioriko is the owner of this bookstore. Yeah, the storm. I'm used to storms here in the Philippines, by the way. So, okay, I was saying that Shioriko is the owner of this bookstore, but it's not like any other type of bookstore. This is a special bookstore because it's about old and rare books. So Shioriko is buying and selling this type of books, and Daisuke is the one coming to work in there and help. Now, Shioriko is very quiet, introvert, so she doesn't talk too much. She doesn't dealing with people, so most of the time she's in the store. But she's very intelligent, and she can solve some cases and problems. So, if you like detective stories, this is a series for you. And the interesting thing is that she solves problems based on the book, on the physical book. So she can see the book, see what's inside, the writing, the handwriting, whatever she finds in there, she can start deducing and solving problems related with these books. So if you love books, this is a series for you. Rurouni Kenshin is it started as a manga, which is the comic, then became the anime, the animation, but the one I'm talking about is the movies. It's a total of 5 movies. Rurouni Kenshin is about Kenshin, who was I think it was for real. He was a samurai in the Tokugawa, I think, era. Well, I'm not good in history, but yeah, he was fighting in the Meiji area, Tokugawa area in those days. So Kenshin was a very brutal killer. He was killing an assassin, but then suddenly he stopped doing that, and then after I think 10 years come back, but being a good person. If you watch the anime, you will see that he becomes a funny person. He's not that bad anymore. So in the movies, you will find the beginning, how when he was a killer, then how he became good, and so on until the end. If you love samurais, if you love fighting, if you love Japan in general, you will like these movies. There is a lot of action, a lot of fighting. It's funny, but the movies are more serious than the anime, I would say. But a lot of action. So I think you will enjoy this series if you like samurais. Summertime Machine Blues. This is a movie released in 2005. The main characters are a group of 5 college boys who belong to a sci-fi club. And the story is very simple. They are in this classroom, I think, in this room in the school, and it's very hot. So they want to use the air conditioner, but for some reason they break, I think, the control remote, so they cannot use it. And that is how I think they create this time travel machine to travel to a previous day and to get the remote control from that moment. But of course, the story is not that easy. They will have some problems, but it's very funny. And what I like about this movie is that you will see this idea of trying to avoid yourself, something like that. If when you travel into the past, you have to avoid watching yourself. So I think you have to watch this movie twice in order to see those details that you didn't notice the first time. It's funny, it's simple. Yeah, the main concept is about time traveling. So yeah, it's a very old movie, almost 20 years old already, but yeah, funny in some way. And finally, the last series that is the last one I have seen actually, or one of the last, the latest one, is called Alice in Borderland, which is a series from 2020 and 2022. I mean, 2 seasons. The first season in 2020 and the second in 2022, with 8 episodes each. And I think there is a third season coming. I will talk about that in a bit. The series is, the main character is Ryohei Arisu, like Aris, who is trapped. Yeah, who is trapped in, how can I say, in Tokyo? I mean, I will try to say without spoiling that much. Arisu is a boy who is like losing his life doing nothing in some way. So in someday he meets his two friends, and they are in, I think it's Akihabara, which is one of the main streets in Tokyo. And then they, how can I say, they made a mistake in there, and they had to run away. They did something and they had to run, and they hide. And then suddenly there is no light, a blackout. And when they go out from where they were hidden, they notice that there's no one. Everyone in the street disappeared. And for hours, and I think almost a day, they were running everywhere, and they see no one. Everyone disappeared from... So they are trapped in this kind of abandoned Tokyo. But at night, they are called to participate in games. Yeah, I know. The typical theme. They have to participate in these games, which are very dangerous, and they have to risk their lives. They have to survive. The main story is that, but of course there is something hidden, right? And why they are there, what is this place, why they are chosen, why some people are there only, not everyone. And the games are very good. It's like, again, you have to be very intelligent to solve all these competitions. They are not just intelligent, but also physical ones. So yeah, if you like this type of series where you have a bunch of people competing for their lives, Alice in Borderland is the series for you. So I was supposed to say that there are 2 seasons. This series is based on a manga, if I'm not wrong, and this series, these 2 seasons, ends the what you can find in the manga. So with these 2 seasons, you will discover the why of everything. So the 3rd season, I don't know what's going to happen in there. People are suggesting some ideas, guessing, but we don't know. They have to bring the new information. But if you watch the first 2, you will be, I think, okay. So those are the main Japanese series and TV series and movies that I would recommend if you like either series about education, school, about competing, detective, police, time travel, samurais. Anyway, for sure there are more movies, there are more TV series I have watched, good ones, but these are the ones that I would recommend. If you know any other series that I haven't mentioned, and you consider that it must be in a list of the best series, you can comment it. I would really appreciate that. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you in another video like this, a random one, not connected with books, or in some way something connected with books. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.